Good morning, students. Today we will learn our next topic of this chapter, and that is capital receipts. So, students, this is our 31st lecture. So, let's start. Yes, students. So, what is capital receipts? So, capital receipts may be defined as those money receipts of the government which either create a liability for the government or cause a reduction in its assets. तो स्टूडेंट्स कैपिटल रिसिप्ट जो है वो गवर्नमेंट की वो मनी रिसिप्ट होंगी जिससे एक तो क्या होगा, उन रिसिप्ट से या तो गवर्नमेंट की लाइबिलिटी क्रिएट होंगी या फिर गवर्नमेंट की एसेट में रिडक्शन का वो कारण बनेगी. ओके, सो अ रिसिप्ट इज अ कैपिटल रिसिप्ट if it satisfies any one of the two conditions. First condition is the receipts must create a liability for the government. मतलब इन रिसिप्ट से गवर्नमेंट की लाइबिलिटी क्रिएट होनी ही चाहिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, borrowings are capital receipts as they lead to an increase in liability of the government. ओके, borrowing जो है वो गवर्नमेंट की लाइबिलिटी को इंक्रीज करती हैं, तो इस तरह की रिसिप्ट क्या होंगी, गवर्नमेंट की कैपिटल रिसिप्ट होंगी. And however, tax received is not a capital receipt as it doesn't result in creation of any liability. कि टैक्स रिसीव क्या होते हैं, वो कैपिटल रिसिप्ट नहीं है क्योंकि इससे उनकी कोई लाइबिलिटी क्रिएट नहीं हो रही है. ये तो एक कंपल्सरी पेमेंट होती है, जो जिस पर लगाया जाता है वो उसे गवर्नमेंट को पे करना ही है और गवर्नमेंट उसके रिटर्न में किसी को कुछ भी, किसी भी तरह की कोई फैसिलिटीज़, कोई सर्विस प्रोवाइड नहीं करेगी. एंड सेकेंड कंडीशन इज द रिसिप्ट मस्ट कॉज अ डिक्रीज इन द एसेट. वो रिसिप्ट जिससे गवर्नमेंट की अगर एसेट डिक्रीज हो जाती है, एसेट डिक्रीज होने का जो कारण बनती हैं जो रिसिप्ट्स, वो गवर्नमेंट की क्या होंगी, कैपिटल रिसिप्ट्स. फॉर एग्जांपल्स, रिसिप्ट्स फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ शेयर्स ऑफ पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेज is a capital receipt as it leads to reduction in asset of the government. ओके, तो ये इससे क्या हो रहा है, गवर्नमेंट की एसेट रिड्यूस हो रही हैं, तो इस तरह की जो रिसिप्ट्स हैं वो गवर्नमेंट की क्या होंगी, कैपिटल रिसिप्ट्स. नाउ मूविंग ऑन नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. यस स्टूडेंट्स, सो इन इंडिया capital receipts of the government budget are often classified under three heads. First is recovery of loans, second borrowings and other liabilities, and third other receipts. Okay, so following is their brief description. Yes students, so first is recovery of loans. So the central government offers loan to the state governments to cope with financial crisis. And when these loans are recovered, जब इन loans को recover किया जाता है, तो assets of the government are reduced. गवर्नमेंट की एसेट रिड्यूस हो जाती हैं. So accordingly, these are classified as capital receipts. Okay, so students, it means कि government grants various loans to state government or union territories. So recovery of such loan is a capital receipt as it reduces the asset of the government. Okay. Next is borrowings and other liabilities. So students, the government borrows money from the general public. The general public means you can say open market, and second is the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, and the third is the rest of the world. The rest of the world means foreign governments like loan from USA, England, etc. And international institutions, World Bank, International Monetary Fund, IMF. So borrowings are capital receipts as they create a liability for the government. Okay. So students, while lending create assets, borrowing creates liabilities. So accordingly, borrowings are to be treated as capital receipts. Next is other receipts. So these include items like disinvestment, and it is opposite of investment. So disinvestment occurs when the government sells off its share of public sector enterprises to private sector. So students, disinvestment, yes, disinvestment refers to the act of selling a part of whole of shares of selected public sector undertaking held by the government. So they are termed as capital receipts as they reduce the asset of the government. So government holds ownership in various public sector undertakings in the form of equity shares. And when the government sells a part or whole of its shares, it leads to transfer of ownership of public sector undertakings to the private enterprises. And students, yes, and other receipts, that means just say small savings. So small savings refers to funds raised from the public in the form of post office deposits, national saving certificates, Kisan Vikas Patra. So they are treated as capital receipts as they lead to an increase in liability. Okay. So our next topic is, yes, comparison between revenue receipts and capital receipts. So students, revenue receipts, and second is capital receipts. So yes, so first is revenue receipt, meaning they neither create any liability nor reduce any asset of the government. Okay, and yes, and second is they are regular and recurring in nature. ठीक है, तो ये इस revenue receipt की nature हो गई कि they are regular and recurring in nature. And third, future obligations, there is no future obligation to return the amount. And examples, so tax revenue like income tax, sale tax, and non-tax revenue like interest, fees, etc. Okay. So now in capital receipts, so meaning is they either create any liability or reduce any asset of the government. And nature is they are irregular or non-recurring in nature. And students, future obligation, in case of certain capital receipts like borrowings, there is future obligation to return the amount along with interest. And the examples are borrowings, disinvestment, etc. Okay, so students, yes, so this is our topic, and today we have completed revenue receipts and capital receipts. Okay, so in our next lecture we will discuss revenue expenditures and capital expenditures. So that's all for today. Have a good day.